unless you really specify the genre. You gotta fine tune it in. You can't just, because we can really end up in some weird Scandinavian romance novel, 1960s, really bad 4-hour epic.
Could be a new avenue for us, though.
You know?
Yeah.
Hey, if you're just joining us, we're talking about how do we find movies and where do we get our ideas? Random.
The toilet.
The ether of the toilet. The collective ether of the toilet.
We cook pasta in the toilet and then read the noodles.
Oh, that's nice. As a family.
And that's how we found this movie.
As a truth. Well, welcome back to Rabbit Troop Sucks. We are a podcast about obscure, forgotten about, and often overlooked films. As always, I am Paul, and next to me is Mike.
Ahoy.
And there is Lamar.
Yep.
And there is Jeremy.
My box has VD.
Oh, man. And we're going to talk about that. A lot of boxes getting VD in this film.
We'll fill you on Jeremy's box.
Yeah. The world needs to know. And unfortunately, Colin isn't feeling well. Colin, feel better.
Yeah, Colin.
Yeah, it looks like Colin got a case of the Abraxas, which is the movie we're looking at. Abraxas, Guardian of the Universe. 1990. And it's a movie people made. That's my synopsis.
That's
things happened.
That's generous, but yes.
Things happened with people, and it involved crew. An alien policeman arrives on Earth to apprehend a renegade of his own race who impregnates a woman with a potentially destructive mutant embryo. And that's where we're at. Abraxas. You know, we watched this on Tubi, and it didn't even say Abraxas, Guardian of the Universe. It just said Abraxas.
They didn't want to waste the letters.
They were done.
Let me ask you this. Did Jesse the Body Ventura learn about wigs before or after this movie was made?
Let me ask you a question before we even answer that. Holy shit. Did you know this movie was made? This movie has people... Do you know Jim Belushi's in this movie? What the hell's going on?
Briefly.
Yeah, I do.
And his wife
That's
at the
a sad
time.
day.
And his wife.
Wow. They were married for 2 years, I believe.
Well,
Did they break up because of this movie?
Probably.
They should
I
have.
think this is the only movie they made together.
It's a deal breaker.
Well, I think they ran out of their drug fund that they got, and they're like, oh, no, now we're just together.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Where is this? Was this one of Jim Belushi's earlier movies?
I mean, not really.
Okay.
Yeah, it was 1990.
I mean, so like sort of, I guess.
Yeah.
But I feel like he's been acting for a long time, so...
That's fair.
Yeah, I feel like he was in kind of prime time. Like he was making movies that were in theaters at the time.
Yeah,
this
I
was
guess
made.
that's fair. So his wife was reading the script. He's like, babe, you got to get me in on this. I love what I'm seeing here.
No.
Nobody
read this script and was like,
Yeah, I don't
think any of these people.
I think he lost a bet.
That and the
this movie is what got Jesse elected to the governor of Minnesota consecutively.
Yeah, they saw this one like, this is the man we need.
He's like, this is the only thing I want you to run are scenes from Abraxas for my campaign.
This man fought a giant.
Winner.
This man fought a man with a snake. This man fought a somewhat robotic Schwarzenegger ripoff.
Wait, when you say he fought a man with a snake,
it was
he
Jake.
used a snake to fight a man, or the man he was fighting had a snake?
Oh, it was Jake the Snake.
It was.
Or is it both?
Well,
one has to believe that this was a made-for-TV movie. How do you feel about that?
Oh, I said that jokingly. I don't think that's true. I mean...
Is it true?
No, I just said it had the vibes. Like those
because the opening scene is like the beginning of a TV show.
I know.
It really does.
And a lot of the soundtrack is bananas.
An hour and a half of saxophone?
Ooh, that was rough.
The music in this movie was all over the place.
Absolutely.
It was all
what about the there's a song at the end.
Yeah, someone's
singing. The guy's like walking through the factory and like there's
oh
explosions.
my god, I like that song though, but
Did you?
I don't know what was happening.
Jeremy, you're fired.
Yeah, I don't. Jeremy, no, you didn't.
Counterpoint, you did not.
In the trivia again, and I don't know why IMD does this for these movies, but it says, for some reason, at some point after this film's release, the film became regarded as public domain, and anybody. So like, there's like a bunch of like inferior quality releases that have been floated around.
Did we just look at a movie that had the same circumstance?
Yeah, Star Night.
Yeah, it was fucking Star Night.
Damn.
So
Wow. So we found this movie based on a recommendation of Star.
Yeah, well, that's how they're in the same list because they're so
Public
basically.
domain.
Someone at one point was like, "Wait, who owns this movie?" And everyone was like, "I don't know, not me for sure."
No, it's just like Jeremy. Jeremy's like, I like this song, and we're like, no, you
You
don't.
don't. Yeah.
And no one does, but for
Like I
free
own the
they
rights to
do.
this movie.
Yeah.
No, you don't.
This is
You
mine
don't
now.
want that.
Do we own the rights to this movie now?
Yeah,
We could.
I'm showing it right
This is
now.
ours, you know?
We need to splice in our own song during Tommy's transformation or whatever the hell was happening.
Oh my God. Guys,
we'll
there's
get
a
there.
lot of weird fucking boy things that happen in this movie.
There are a lot
yeah.
of weird,
boy things. Yeah, fantastic.
New T-shirt idea. Weird boy things.
Yeah, get the unpaid graphic
I'll
artist
write
on
it
down.
down.
No, that's not.
That's gonna go for well.
You don't want the
Take
weird
my
boy
name off of this. I don't want to be part of it.
I actually just put Lamar's name on it. Weird boy things in parentheses starring Lamar.
Thrown right under the bus on that one.
Also, I'm gonna address Lamar. Lamar goes, we could add our own soundtrack and like with Tommy's transformation. And jokingly, I thought about it for a second, and I thought Mike and I actively have written and published music, and I was like, we're not that bad.
Oh no, we could score this movie with things we wrote 20 years
Absolutely.
ago, and it would be better.
Yeah.
yeah,
Give yourselves credit.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean the soundtrack is insane. Like seriously, there's a song. The soundtrack just becomes a song at the end. There's several songs or melodies that are very reminiscent of like TV shows of the time. And I was like, what the hell? Like there's just moments where things are serious. So clearly there are comparisons to I saw RoboCop, but it seems a little more Terminator-esque.
Wait, someone compared this to RoboCop?
Yeah, that was weird.
That should not have been.
But Terminator, I mean, like loosely, I understand why
Okay.
someone would say that. It is like robotic
Again,
people like searching for other people
I don't know where
from the
IMDb
future.
gets its trivia from.
I think
but
it's just user generated.
The first thing says is Arnold Schwarzenegger was offered the role of Abraxas, but turned it down to do Terminator 2.
to do literally anything else.
Yeah.
To do his nails.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if that's like really trivia. Like we could say that. Like Rabbit Troop Sucks offered, Kevin Bacon the role of a lifetime, and they said no. He didn't
Yeah.
really say like we just got a letter like nope.
Yeah.
Well, he didn't
We should
technically.
go in here and do that.
He didn't technically
change
turn
all the
it
trivia
down.
to
I
Rabbit
mean,
Troop Sucks.
yeah.
RTS.
Yeah, so I mean the soundtrack again has like these weird non sequitur kind of
It's
like
like-
TV show vibes. So that's the same like imagine the Terminator running. So if that's the comparison.
But like with a saxophone and some tasty guitar licks.
Yeah, it's like wow, wow, bow, bow.
It felt like the person scoring this movie thought they were doing a softcore porn.
Yeah, well, they were.
Maybe they were.
Maybe they were. Maybe they were.
I mean, there's a lot of slow-mo Ventura running through this
Yeah.
film.
Oh, he is a good slow-mo runner.
Right. And that person's like, I'm going to capture the moment.
Yeah.
He's like, this is the teenage dream that they're all going for.
Yeah. A lot of teenagers dream of balding middle-aged men.
Yeah, it's slow-mo. It was like Anthony Kiedis Under the Bridge video, but for a better generation.
I can't get behind this.
You could get behind it.
That, I can't, dude. Why the fuck didn't they stick any kind of wig,
Get behind
it and
stick it.
anything on this?
I'm
man?
glad you brought this up because that's one of my notes. Like, he is a engineered super robot soldier.
Yeah.
They couldn't have like touched up the hair a little bit.
He notes very clearly. He's almost 10,000 years old.
That's true. He's looking okay for 10,000.
And here's the
I never thought of it.
Well, I was gonna say, here's the thing.
10,000.
Yeah.
You gonna have any hair left? Probably not.
I was going to switch it up. I was going to say he didn't have the time.
Yeah. They don't have keeps on his planet or whatever. You can't get the subscription.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No time for that.
Okay.
Hair club.
Yeah. Right. They don't have the Rogaine.
I mean, communication skills.
They,
The ability
they've
to
created
blank.
warp drives or like warp wormholes, but they can't fucking give Jesse some hair.
So
It's a sad day.
yeah, we'll get to the premise in this, but I think I need to share something that Mike observed and shared with me.
Yeah.
And once it was shared, I couldn't go back.
Yeah.
Mike said, "Why does Jesse Ventura sound like Kevin from The Office?" And he said this, and he said this.
Yes.
And Mike said this 2/3 into the film, and I couldn't stop laughing. But then the last third of the film was a whole new experience for me.
He does talk exactly like Kevin.
He
from The
absolutely talks like him. Yes.
Yeah.
Maybe that's where he got that inspiration from. He saw Abraxas like coked up one night.
Like,
He's
that's
like,
the character.
This is my role.
It's the same.
That's Kevin Malone for me. I could do.
Same male pattern baldness, same speech pattern.
exactly.
So I'm not like
He's
an
like,
engine.
I got this.
I'm not like an engineered being, but I'm like an incompetent accountant at a paper company. I got this. All right.
They both kind of have the same facial features too, Jesse and what's his name?
Kevin Malone.
Yeah.
If they had a chili cook-off, I'd watch him.
Absolutely.
Like if Jesse just ate like hot dogs for 30 days straight. Just big floppy hot dogs.
I don't know what he's doing now, but I assume it's that.
It's eating floppies.
He's eating floppies.
The floppy hot dogs. Yeah. He likes some floppy.
Your kids like a floppy. I don't know, lady. You're freaking me out.
Jesse, do you want these grilled up nice and crispy? Nah, boil them shits.
Hey, Jesse, I got you a plate of floppies.
The body likes some floppy.
Craft services.
I assume he refers to himself as the body.
Dr. Floppy over here.
Jesse the floppy.
Jesse the floppy, yeah.
Here comes the flop.
Maybe in an alternate timeline, Abraxas came down and impregnated another human breeding vessel or whatever, and Kevin Malone is his son, the Dillmater or whatever the fuck, that word that they used 47 times in this movie that I never understood. Olmater?
The Culmator.
Culmator.
Yeah, something. The Colander. What?
The colander.
The colander, yeah.
Just put their spaghetti in a colander.
But no, seriously, what is that word?
The culminator.
The culminator?
I think
it's not culminator, it's culmator.
Yeah, you're...
Culmator.
The culmator.
Culmator.
Make way for
It's
the
the culmator.
Okay.
The culmator.
Is it the new percolator? What's going on?
Yeah. That's how those two bozos make coffee in their little pot.
What are these guys called? They're called finders.
Yeah.
These two fucking
Finders
douchebags.
keepers.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Losers
finders
keepers.
keepers. Both of those gentlemen have worked with Arnold Schwarzenegger in Arnold Schwarzenegger films.
Mike noted
Yeah.
that. And now we could just call the guys in like the spaceship the weepers.
The weeper, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think Star Knight was a weeper.
Well, a lot of films or just a couple? Like what
No, Mike noted that fake Schwarzenegger in this movie was Secundus.
Oh yeah,
Short Arnold.
Secundus.
Yeah.
Secundus was in like
Secundus.
multiple. Wait, Mike said he's in 5 films that we've done. The
this
fifth.
is our
old
fifth
Thorsen.
This is our fifth Sven-Ole Thorsen appearance.
The old Sven.
He was in End of Days. He was in the best movie ever, Cyborg 2, Tears of a Cyborg. He was in Last Action Hero and Running Man.
Nice.
And our director Damian Lee not only is in this movie, he also directed Ski School '91 and Ice Girls, a made-for-TV movie.
Ski School and Ice.
Boom.
And he's the writer of this film.
Fucking resume. Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, he plays Dar in this film.
Dar. Is Dar one of the spaceship guys?
Come on, Darsh.
The real Darsh move, guys.
Yeah, and we later get like 60 seconds of Jim Belushi in this film.
No, but is Dar one of the spaceship
That
guys?
is my favorite part of this movie.
Wait,
Jim Belushi.
That 30 seconds.
His whole interaction. Like, have you tried asking the bullies to stop punching my son? Like
the way he looks at this lady,
Didn't
he's
think
like,
of that.
I have
she has uncovered the holy grail.
But right.
Before we go too deep in this
Yeah.
film, I have one note because I was like, I usually go through.
Yeah, let her
and
rip.
note to, like, hey, mention summary. Hey, mention this. But yeah, hey, our friend Keith wrote us. Keith always sets up when we go to the Aurora History Museum.
Hey, Keith.
So like we really appreciate it, Keith, as always. And he's like, hey, Rabbit Troop Sucks, just to keep us in the loop, that he got an email and he thought we might appreciate it. And he's like, this is an opportunity to watch some 80s movies, and kind of as our focus right now, he goes, good 84 to 86 options. Our wheelhouse, definitely, especially this year with a lot of 40th anniversaries. And they're going to be on the big screen. And he was noting a forward to me that the Aurora Fox launches Fox Flicks, movies the way you remember them, for just $5. This is going to happen in Aurora. Unfortunately, we're going to miss the first week here, but there's going to be some others in the future. And in future episodes, I'll mention them. That the Aurora Fox Arts Center is bringing the magic of classic cinema back to its historic theater with the launch of Fox Flicks, a new monthly series offering audiences a chance to experience iconic family-friendly movies on the big screen. Clearly our wheelhouse a lot. He said, or in the forward, that's going to be on a lot of Saturdays. We're going to miss this with this episode that just last week on March 1st, they did Labyrinth. April 19th, The Neverending Story. May 10th, Pee-wee's Big Adventure. June 14th, The Goonies. July 12th, E.T. August 30th, Who Framed Roger Rabbit. October 25th, The Wiz. November 15th, Encanto, and it's a sing-along version. And December 6th, Mike and I, one of our favorite. We mentioned this at our last...
Condor Man.
our last Aurora visit for Minicon when we were giving our guest lecture. December 6th, Scrooged. So, awesome.
And this is in Aurora?
It is.
That is a list of bangers right there.
Yeah,
Holy crap.
Thanks, Keith.
Yeah, thanks, Keith.
And at Fox Theater, I got to say, this has been there forever. I'm glad they renovated it and made it nice.
Is it nice? I've never been.
I've never been either. It's just been there forever. It's been just sitting dormant. And I'm just glad they're showing
it's awesome.
Yeah, so
classic... well, they're classics now. Classic movies there in the theater.
So if you want to go to Aurora for some reason, there you go.
Hey, you have a reason to go to Aurora now.
Yeah.
Heck yeah. Yeah, that's awesome.
That's cool.
Thanks, Keith. Yeah, those movies are awesome.
Shout out to Keith.
Yeah. Go support your local theaters.
Yeah.
Yeah, hunt down Colin, find him in Aurora.
Yeah.
Say hi.
He's there.
Put pie on his
Bring him
porch.
in.
So the big thing I wanted to note about this movie, again, Abraxas, the guardian of the universe.
The universe.
Yeah, 1990. So, Jeremy, you had not seen this before, and Lamar has. Mike and I have not. So let me open with this. Wow, what a piece of shit this was.
Yeah.
Oh,
You're coming in strong.
This
I
might
like
be
it.
the worst movie
Wow.
we've ever done.
Yeah.
No,
really?
no,
Come on.
No, this is better than fucking Star Night. I'll tell you that.
Ooh,
I don't-
This
I
movie
knew you guys would have
is
a
so
debate
bad that it's funny in parts, and there is fucking wild, wacky shit that happens throughout this movie. Fucking Star Night was just straight up dumb. Like, it is straight up dumb, man. You go
I don't
into
know, man.
Star Night as a human, you come out of Star Night as something else.
A Culmator?
I'm just letting you know.
Come out as Abraxas.
Yeah.
10,000
You're
years
gonna
old.
come out of the Abraxas after you
Your
watch
box
Star
has
Night.
VD after Star Night.
Exactly.
This movie, which is, close to an hour and a half, could have easily been cut down by 45 minutes.
It could have been.
There are
I
so many
completely agree.
running through the woods scenes that it's going to make audiences' heads spin. Snowy wood scenes.
Big grizzly men, they love the forest.
Big
Paul.
beef.
You gotta
Big
show 'em
berries.
through it.
Big bear.
Yeah, picking them berries,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Big
making
bears.
jams.
Yeah.
I think a large portion of this movie can be cut from the soundtrack as well. It's like 90% saxophone. If you cut that
My
out,
favorite.
because it kind of lulls you to a false sense of, man, this movie is really long, but you're just hearing saxophone constantly the whole time.
I think you
Maybe that's
pinpointed
the
it.
key
Like,
makes
time
it feel
travel
so
with
long.
saxophone.
I've noted before, like, I don't hate the instrument, the saxophone, by any means, but how a lot of people implement it as like this solo musical piece as like a transition is so dated. God, it's awful.
This is the worst case here. I think
What?
they really offended.
Well, I think what you just
use
noted
of it.
is every time I'm hearing this, someone's casting a spell on me and it slows my mind. I'm like, it is
Yeah.
all just saxophone. Damn it.
That's right.
And you're like, it's only been a minute. I'm like, in my mind, I was like Gandalf.
I've
I
lived a lifetime.
Yeah, I lived 1,000. I became a white wizard in this time, dude. You just cast saxophone on me. I'll come back stronger than you can ever imagine.
And if it's constant, then it just feels like forever. But it's
I'm
only-
glad we haven't even gotten into the movie yet.
Well,
because
I
there's
mean,
just
we're
so
about
many
to.
things to
I
talk about.
told you it was a piece of shit.
Well,
Big
Jesse's
old
getting
piece of shit.
electrocuted in the beginning. You know, why? Why is he
that
being
intro,
electrocuted?
come on. now.
That intro was amazing. It sounded like, in Rick and Morty when they do interdimensional cable and it's clearly just the voice actors like
Yeah.
making things up. It sounded like that's what Jesse was doing. He's like, in the future when you have the process to be strong, it hurts though, and and it went on for like 5 minutes, and I don't know what the fuck he was talking about.
No one does.
Yeah.
No, he was just he was. I think they actually they hooked a car battery up to his testicles. And they're
Maybe.
like, just this is improvised now. All right,
Yeah.
and they turned on the juice.
They did. Yeah, he had I don't know. I don't know what he had.
I'm going to say this.
Yeah, say it.
There's a guy named Abraxas.
Okay.
There's a kind of villain, but I mean, he's a villain.
Yeah.
Secundus.
Latin for two.
Secundus. Just stop there. Someone should have been like, stop it. Stop the production. You're all stupid. God damn it.
I see what they were going for, but
Cocaine.
you're right.
You're right.
They were
And
going
then
for
somebody was
cocaine.
like, and I'm going to introduce Culmator. So let's do that.
Someone took a bag of cocaine. They threw it into an industrial fan, and everyone danced.
Well, you need
Danced their way into this movie.
You need alien sounding names, I guess. I don't know. Instead of finding something that's easy to pronounce, that
I mean,
they went with the X's and the C's and the U's.
Listen,
it made it sound really weird.
At one point in time, they gave the fake. They give their version of a Blade Runner test to test. Is their mind sound?
Yeah.
They give this to Jesse Ventura. This is not really him acting at this point in time.
No.
Something's wrong.
He was coming out of a high, and they're like, "Do you know where you are?" I was like, "What?
Where's my hair?
Abraxas,
I'm not here to kill children or something.
warp travel."
There's a lot of fast and loose rules in this movie. You could obey them or not. I don't know.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah. The computer will stop you or not.
Wormhole warps.
Yeah.
Yeah. Abraxas, guardian of the universe. Is he?
1990.
He kind of sets up like
At one point, there's a couple of guys that have, I don't know what point they serve other than the fact that they're like kind of constantly in Jesse's ear.
The two
But
guys
they're
in
on
like the
Mysteries
spaceship.
3000 science set. They're talking
Yeah.
about things
Oh,
that make no difference.
They're
to the
there
movie.
strictly for exposition.
Oh my God, is this where the budget went to? Like, so like just every time I panned back there, I just kept looking at the room of like blinking lights and there's like a fake solar like space chart on there. I was like,
Those are Commodore 64s, by the way.
Yeah.
great. I really
Good
thought
eye.
like, honest to God, with a few $100s, I can make a better set than right now.
maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're
We just
talking
need
about
green
the
screen.
Culminator or the Culminate. Yeah, the Culminator birth.
The
Warp
Culmator
travel, but it's
Okay.
taxing.
Yeah.
Yeah, between them trying to set up the movie and Jesse's weird dialogue at the beginning, we're trying to put together a plot here, and I
Uncle
just can't.
Jesse?
Yeah.
He's
And the Rippers?
John
way
Stamos
different
would have been
from
a better
Uncle
role.
Jesse.
Yeah.
Yeah, he would have been a better casting choice.
Yeah. That
would-
would
Paul would have been a better casting choice than
How dare
Jesse.
you? How dare you?
So the plot of this movie is effectively Sven-Ole Thorsen, who is Secundus, Secundus has gone rogue, and he wants to impregnate.
Kiss the Gundus.
He does kiss the Gundus. He wants to knock up some broad
With his little hand.
with his little hand.
He
Yeah,
doesn't use his pee-pee.
2 tickets to the Gundus show.
because his offspring. There's a chance
Keep them separated.
that you got to keep them separated. There's a chance that his offspring will have the life. What
well, the fundus.
The life algorithm or some
Yeah,
shit.
The anti.
the anti-life algorithm,
Anti-life algorithm?
Yeah,
Okay.
there you go.
Okay.
which is like a thing that can do some unspecified.
It makes
thing.
him immortal. Yeah.
Yeah, sure. And Abraxas
Yeah.
has to go stop him. That's the main drive here.
Well, pretty much.
Yeah,
It's the Viagra of the universe, and he needs it.
yeah, he does.
And
That's why he has to use his
The
hand.
anti-life equation.
Anti-life
Yeah, when you
equation.
get to be,
Thank you.
when you're
Yeah.
10,000 years old, you need all the help you can get.
Yeah,
man.
he needs like
You got to get that thing
he
out.
got like a blue chew or something. Yeah,
So got the Gundus.
yeah, that's the big Gundus.
Got a deep
He doesn't want the
goodness.
no floppy dogs here.
Hashtag big Gundus. So Gundus. Could it be like Billy Madison, where it's like O'Doyle? Secundus rules.
I mean, that's effectively what's happening.
Yeah. Another real pro for this movie. Acting top notch.
Oh
Just,
my god.
I mean,
But these,
Sonia,
Yeah,
the
so
mom,
Abrax-
laughing later. Like, you almost killed me, but you're so sweet.
Yeah.
well, yeah. So Abraxas and Secundus, they're both finders, and they've both been at this for a long time.
Why
But
even try to
Secundus, I
explain
guess
it?
he got like a little annoyed by everything, which I can understand. I mean, these two assholes that are
thankless
like
job.
commanding. Yeah, thankless job. So he's like, you know what? I'm gonna fucking impregnate a lady, make the Culmator, and then I can be immortal.
Yeah, but wait, I have a question about this. Wasn't he like in some kind of prison? He was in a penal colony.
No, they sent him to the penal
But
colony after he banged the chick.
But he escaped. Yeah.
But wait, I think he was like locked up somewhere to begin with.
They need better security.
It doesn't
at
matter.
their
Well, I was
penis
gonna
colonies.
say, like, who keeps letting them back in? Like,
Yeah.
what, like every 5 seconds, this guy's like escaping. Like I
well,
don't
we
know.
wouldn't have a movie if he stayed locked up.
But twice?
Okay? Well,
And we don't even know how he got
we
out.
got to fill an hour and 90 minutes.
Like
here.
nobody even talks about it. They're like, he just warped out of there. I was like, what? Again?
Yeah, just warped right out.
Like, why does this guy keep warping out?
Well, then they're like on the planet, and then okay.
Well, they have to run through the woods.
Yeah, so
that's how.
My question will be this in the future question: when they warp him out, which is about to happen, I don't know how they do that to begin with.
It doesn't matter. All that you need to know is that being a finder means that you have horrible aim. You will never
Correct,
get
yeah.
anything that you aim at.
So,
Yes.
well, he impregnates this woman by touching her stomach,
Yeah,
and then
it glows.
she's like, I'm super pregnant.
Put a little bun in that oven.
Like the birth will be like within now 20 minutes. Like
No, it was 2 minutes because after he knocked her up, his little
that's right.
I found out closer to the end of the movie. It's called the answer box. It's like
the answer box.
his Apple Watch, because no one can speak like eloquently in this
SVD.
movie. I didn't know what it was called. I thought it was, 'cause they say like my answer box. I thought it was like
True.
Anta box. It doesn't matter.
No, the answer box.
The answer- his
you
fucking
yell
answer
into
box.
it and it gives you answers.
Which is the stupidest name for anything. The answer box was like, oh shit, he banged the chick. You got 2 minutes to kill her. He's like, well, can I just kill the baby when it's born? And they're like, no, you can't.
Yeah.
Is it like when you go to
Jesse
when you go
doesn't
to Italian
wanna
and you
listen.
say, "Can I have antipasta?"
Yeah.
And they're like, yes.
Technically, Abraxas is the new Secundus. I mean, he's disregarding orders. He's
Yeah, he doesn't
fucking
care.
Fed
He's-
up with it all.
Yeah.
He's disregarding the answer box.
Well, okay, so this woman's pregnant,
Mm-hmm.
but then they warp him to a penal colony.
They warp
That's we
Secundus.
don't see that,
Secundus,
but
yeah.
that's insinuated. Yeah.
Well, they
Yeah.
say it. Yeah,
No, they say
sure.
it straight up. It's like the Fiero penis colony
yeah,
or whatever.
Fiero penis colony.
yeah.
That's
It's
correct,
Only
yeah.
only the finest.
Yeah,
It's penile planet
a coupe.
Tyrannus 7.
the Tyrannus 7 penal planet.
There you go.
P7. How do they do that?
He just warped out.
Okay, okay.
After he impregnated her.
There's a lot of
it's
science
glued
that we
in.
don't even
Well,
Yeah, here's a question.
Okay, to warp them back at any time.
Why didn't they just warp the fucking kid? They're warping shit all over the place.
Because the kid would still be alive.
Well, they said
want
that
him to kill
warping
him.
is difficult, so maybe
It's
difficult. I don't
this
know.
kid can destroy the galaxy. Maybe give it a shot.
Yeah, that's
I don't
true.
know.
Mike, even the end result of this movie is like, nah, that kid's okay now.
Well, here's
He's
Jesse's whole thing is
He's got a moral
like,
dilemma.
listen, the kid may be able to destroy the galaxy,
But we don't know.
Maybe
like,
not,
will
yeah.
he? Like,
Who
do we
knows?
kill him?
Right.
I mean, and my answer, my go-to is always yes, kill
Right,
that guy.
yeah.
Like
But-
the Gremlins, like the fucking my white, kill that fucker too.
Yeah.
Right. But this is my question. So part of their deal is like a finder can't really locate another finder because it's almost like the honor system. Like it's embedded. It sounds strange, but okay, let's just say it's
Yeah.
another culture. They honor each other so much that like you've worked together, you can never really find one another. So how does this company or whatever warp Secundus out? Because when he escapes this penal colony, warp him right back in.
Yeah.
And Jeremy, because it says Jeremy brings up another problem. They're like, well, this kid could, and that's the moral dilemma. Abraxas is like, but maybe not, and I'm gonna, totally dig on mom later. But they're like, yeah, but you should have. Then send someone else to go do it and do it right now. Like, what are you
Right.
doing? They're like, we'll wait. For what?
Yeah.
What's happening?
Yeah, but these young finders are too woke now, man.
yeah.
Oh,
Can't send them in.
That's true. They were really waffling on that. Let's bring them back.
Winders.
I don't know.
Winders,
That's true.
woke
Yeah.
finders.
the warping.
Like the
scene.
8,000-year-old woke finders, they're not going to kill a kid either.
woke finders.
Yeah.
It is explained that it does take like some kind of weird more energy to warp or transwarp
Yeah.
people between planets. I don't know. So maybe that takes into account.
Well,
Yeah, I mean, I'd probably prioritize.
Yeah, I mean,
That's
like I
true.
said, give it a whirl. When Secundus warped somehow away from
Bumbus.
yeah, when he bumbused his way out of
Real
the
bumba mouth.
Tyrannosaurus penis planet,
Rex. Yep. Penile Rex.
they tried to piggyback Abraxas on his warpage so that they could go to the same place, but they crossed streams.
Yeah.
And their guns got fucked
and
up.
so their guns, their guns got,
yeah.
You know, have you ever crossed streams? with
Yeah,
another
no, it
man?
sucks.
Your guns get a little entwined and things happen.
Right, and then Secundus had to go find like a fuse breaker and like put his penis in it to charge up his answer box
His,
or whatever.
his box had VD, and he
His
needed
box
to
did have
get rid of
VD.
that.
Yeah. God, this movie's stupid.
I like that. He needed. He used just a random power cord to recharge his.
Yeah, he just like, plugged an
answer
extension
box.
cord
I like
into
how
it.
I don't even think
Why
he
did
plugged.
he
He
break
just
those
touched
bottles
it
of soda? Why did he push them off the shelf?
Because
they're
fucking
Pepsi.
gross.
They are Pepsi. Damn
It's
it!
Pepsi. You throw that right to the ground.
You have to
He was
destroy it all.
he's an RC Cola man.
Coke
He
is
was
bad.
disappointed.
Coke is bad.
Yeah.
Pepsi challenge failed.
Yeah. Wasn't Pepsi clear?
That was one of my.
He's looking for energy. And so, like, you think, like, okay, maybe he's going for the soda. No, he doesn't like that. Then he's looking around this department store, doesn't like anything. Then he just finds the fucking main line into the fuse box and, like, rips that out.
Yeah, I also like the.
I mean, what was the point of all the other stuff that he was doing in that store?
Well, I like
man?
that the computer was like, "There's a power source that's near."
Maybe he thought the Pepsi.
That was the whole building.
Yeah.
Like anywhere. It was
Like
anywhere.
literally anything in this town would have.
Like just pick, there's wires running all across the highway and the roads.
You know
Dude.
what?
Yeah.
Maybe this is the worst movie that we ever.
It is 100%. Fucking Star Night was
This movie,
Think about
goddamn
like, if
Hamlet
this
compared
movie
to
were
this.
40 minutes long, we wouldn't have said that.
That's true.
Oh,
That's correct.
Very. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It'd be damn cinema.
Yeah.
We'd be talking about it like it
We'd be
was the greatest
cheering.
thing.
We'd be like, "Ah, Secundus."
Yeah, if this movie was an episode of like Supernatural, we'd be like, "This is the best episode."
You
of
would be
Supernatural.
crossing streams with Mike virtually right now. You'd be like, "Amy, wake
We
up."
are. We are. We had a little, you know, dongle difference this earlier, but we fixed it.
Yeah, that's
know
great.
what I'm
Yeah.
Ding dongle.
Dongle differences.
Ding dang dongle. It's the Plaza Hotel. We're gonna meet Abraxas.
Meet up
the
point.
father.
Dongle
Yeah, I knew it was
differences is the
coming.
follow-up
Do you
series
think
to Bosom
Abraxas will
Buddies.
have the drugs that we need?
No.
No.
He doesn't have
No.
no. He did them all
Sadly.
already, I think.
Why did anyone do this movie?
Cocaine.
It
The
needed to be
cocaine
done.
that was there.
They lost a
You know?
bet.
There's
Like the roof of the Sistine Chapel, it had to be done.
I don't even think I have this in my notes. There's just like a random scene where there's a police officer talking to a child. Like what
These
did you
police
say?
officers serve no purpose throughout
Absolutely,
the movie,
absolutely.
but they're in it.
But like one
Yeah.
of them's eventually like talking to a child, and the like the back and forth dialogue between the, I'm gonna put loosely, the actor who is playing the officer and the clear someone's child answering like, "He left," like that's how he's answering. "He left."
I didn't
See, like I could understand almost no words.
no one could understand anything that child was saying.
Yeah, because then like the police officer would be like, "Ah, that's really
Yes,
interesting,
good.
Jimmy.
Interesting concept.
No, he left. I don't know." Like, what? What?
Well, so this lady, she gives birth in the woods next to the fucking river there.
Yeah, and Abraxas
And
doesn't shoot
Abraxas
her.
doesn't kill her. But then, like, she goes home to her parents, and
Right.
she's like, "Hey, I just had this baby in the woods."
And
And
they're
they're
like, "Get the fuck
"That's
out of my
weird."
house."
Yeah, the guy's like,
Yeah,
"Well,
let's
who's the
go.
father?
You're a fucking whore. Go. Bye-bye.
Who's the father? Like, I can't tell you that. I want to know who the father is. You know, I could just leave, then get out.
That was weird because what I inferred is that she lived with those two people.
Maybe.
Yeah, they were her parents, weren't they?
I guess, but also
They had to be.
She left. Presumably, she lived with them, and they're her parents. And she left the house earlier to go.
She left non-pregnant,
She left non-pregnant with Chad or whatever in his.
or at least not physically showing pregnant.
Oh,
Correct.
earlier in the day. I see what you mean.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like,
the parents were like, "No,
Yeah. So
you gotta get out.
Surprise!
yeah.
It's a Jesus baby."
Yeah.
And they're like, "No."
Well, also,
You
Yeah,
gotta
like
get
who's the father? Like, I don't know. It's complicated.
Right.
They're like, get the fuck out.
She also comes home with like clearly like a 4 to 5 month old baby.
Yeah.
He's all like cleaned up and like living his life.
What was weird for me is that like the baby came out. Yeah. I mean, I don't know child ages. You guys would be better equipped to answer that. But yeah, 4 to 5 months, I guess. We fast forward to 5 years later.
Yeah, that is not a 5-year-old kid. That kid is like at least 8.
Yeah.
Well, he was grown up Gotti.
But I mean, yeah, like I mean, if he came out 5 months old, then it stands to reason that he was growing a little bit. But when she's talking to I don't know, someone later about the kid and how he doesn't talk, because he doesn't talk.
Yeah, it's Tom. The kid is named Thomas.
Yeah, and he didn't cry, doesn't talk.
Yeah, I'm gonna call him Tommy Pickles.
Tommy P.
Tommy Pickles.
Yeah.
Is that from Rugrats?
It is.
Okay.
TP.
Someone is like, did they say he was like small for his age?
I don't know.
Okay.
I didn't hear
It doesn't matter.
No, it doesn't fucking matter. Just, I don't know.
Everything we say doesn't matter.
I think what they said is he's just a little B.
Yeah, he's a GDB.
Yeah. He's just a little thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that kid sucks too. Probably in real life.
Yeah.
Take
Fuck
it,
it.
Tommy.
Oh, I know why they didn't kill this guy. The finders are exempt from execution.
Oh, yeah.
If they
Yeah,
decide.
we forgot about that rule.
I didn't get that.
I don't know. Well,
Cum laude isn't
well,
though.
Okay.
I don't know about that in full. That also seemed like some dicey rules. Like, if it's a child, then maybe. And they're like, yeah, maybe.
We're playing by
Yeah.
loose rules here.
It's like, yeah, because they're like, these two chooches. That's right.
You're calling them out. I like it.
Flying the ship.
Yeah.
They're like, Abraxas,
Hey,
you
the
didn't do
chooches.
this. Like, the set is so shitty. Like, it's almost like, and I mean this as a compliment to this crew, but a diss to this current crew. It's almost like a Kids in the Hall sketch. Like, because you
Yeah.
pan
It
back,
really
you're like,
is.
what the hell? And like, Abraxas, you didn't shoot him. He's like, well, I don't have to kill kids if Abraxas don't want to. And like, well, that could be whatever. Yeah, fast and loose rules.
Yeah.
Get a haircut, you bum. Not Ventura. I'm talking about. Yeah, I said it. The chooches in the spaceship.
Oh, one choose for you was really just throwing it out. His hair was way
Yeah,
wild.
get a haircut.
He had big Kevin McDonald. Is that the guy from Kids in the Hall?
Yeah.
Yes.
Like, he had that kind
Actually, he
of...
looked like Kevin McDonald.
It could have been Kevin
It
McDonald,
might have
and it
been.
would have been fine. Yeah.
And he sends Abraxas back to. You gotta go kill that girl.
You got to go Baxis.
gotta go
Abraxas.
He had to latch onto his warp.
Yeah, you gotta
Baxis
latch
to
onto
the
his stream.
Abraxas needs to latch onto his warp, and so that he can go into the ocean with him and surface like a fucking brain dolphin.
I did like that scene.
So no problem. He's back because Secundus just escapes a penal colony. God knows how. Warps back to Earth. And all the bullshit, this chooch crew.
How did
Chooch crew-
Secundus get this warp?
Yeah, that's the-
and they're like, we don't know how he got the warp,
no.
but we can latch on to his.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
what are you guys like? Are you guys like the budget government here?
Yeah.
Like, what are you doing?
Well, he
Why don't
saved
you
up
have
so
the
many
warp?
cigarettes at the penal colony, he was able to trade it.
Chooch crew of 2. Yeah, for 5 years they're like, oh, the warp system, and then Secundus does God knows what. They're like, I guess we could go back to Earth now. Great.
Okay. T-shirt idea. Rabbit Troop sucks. Chooch crew.
Of 2.
The chooch crew.
The boys can wear it to the club. It'll be a hit.
Yeah. Club
There you
Arriba.
go. Make it
man.
skin tight.
Go to Spain and Club Arriba.
Obviously spin tight.
Wear Chooch t-shirts.
God.
Love it.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, we do need some mesh shirts on Ravage RTS's.
Oh, I'll see what I can do.
store.
Yeah.
Speaking of like Italian food, like the hot.
Were we?
Or, well, we are now.
Okay.
Mesh shirts.
Italian.
Anyway.
Chooch. Well, that just led to it. So like the hot item, Mike, you especially probably know is like melting like the cheese in the wheel itself.
Yeah.
And then like just spreading it on the pasta.
Yeah.
Let's just do that to Jeremy's chest when he's here.
Okay.
That'll be like the video.
Let's do it, man.
Finally,
Yeah.
TikTok on our way to the top.
Yeah.
Cheese
Get
chest.
that cheese chest.
Okay.
2 chooch cheese chests.
That's an appetizer.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
In certain
The
circles,
two
it is.
chooch cheese chest. Wow, that's a mouthful.
The hell's the
Yeah.
name?
Keep talking.
More ways
Like
than one.
you can't order that unless you can say it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's got just assure. I'm just not going to say.
Yeah, no?
No.
Shut it down. Oh, Paul, I saw you going for that. Do you want to split the rest of this? There's not a lot left. But
Sure, why not?
What is that a bottle of like Bailey's or
it's
something?
not Bailey's.
It's Bali's. We got it online.
There's not a lot here, but
It's just the sweat that
It's enough.
has accumulated off fucking gym equipment.
It's
yeah.
It's partially made
been
out of
fermented.
it's suntan lotion. It's just laid around for a while.
It's a bottle of Banana Boat.
Bring it like Charlie.
This is
and It's
the-
Always Sunny.
This is vintage banana boat.
It was kind of weird. The instructions were like, make sure to
82.
microwave it for 10 seconds. We did.
This banana boat's been aged in oak barrels, port wine.
Nice.
Yeah. Cask strength Banana Boat.
That's fantastic.
Yeah. Fuck. I
Warp into the ocean.
We're back on Earth, Mike. Secundus.
I stopped taking notes halfway through this.
Yeah,
movie.
No, you
well,
should.
yeah,
By the way.
well, for the next 20 minutes, you know what you get? Two jackasses running in the woods playing grab ass and like,
Yeah. Basically, nothing happens for the
it's
next
just
30
yeah,
minutes.
having
like it's
fun out
I'm gonna
there,
grab this
man.
guy and then roll around in the
game of
woods.
tag.
And then 10 minutes later, he escapes. Then I grab this guy again and he gets away. Like, what the hell is going on?
Right. Like, I'll summarize the
what?
next 30 minutes for you. The two doofus cops run around doing nothing.
Jonathan, what's that? Let's not forget Jonathan. The new cop.
He has an Uzi for some reason.
Jonathan is the new cop in town. And as Jeremy noted, they do nothing. So Jonathan is the new police officer in this small town.
With an
And-
Uzi.
There's two cops.
Yeah, he'll later show that Uzi. But yeah, there's an illusion that there's maybe more cops, maybe like one, maybe something.
It's like him and the chief.
Right.
Or the sheriff or whatever.
Yeah, so he's tagged with the sheriff. And the entirety of this is the sheriff being like, yeah, you're from a big town. Or you're from the big city. This is a small town. Like, calm down with rules. Because he's like, these tags are expired and blah, blah, blah. And he's like, the sheriff says, you need to calm down. These aren't like major crimes. People will fix stuff. We basically don't have crimes here. This is like a cake job, dude. Shut up.
We're introduced to him because, like,
They don't have a major crime squad.
they don't. They go into like a diner and someone drove their forklift there. Like,
Yeah,
that's how they
Forky did.
Yeah.
That forklift looked roughed up. man.
Well, he wanted to inspect it because it looked roughed up. But the sheriff was like, don't fuck with this guy. It's fine. He just drives his forklift around. Don't be a dick.
and it's a really small
Have you ever
town.
drove a forklift? Like
Yeah.
you're
Yeah.
not getting anywhere fast.
I'm
those things.
forklift certified.
Yeah.
There you go. Mike knows.
I'll drive one right
Yeah.
fucking
Yeah,
now.
yeah.
Yeah, I also have
Yeah.
driven forklifts.
Lift me up.
Forklifts
Like,
are-
I don't know what these people are doing.
That's how do you get
Mike's
to the
gonna
diner?
Mike's gonna open up a business, Uber forklifts.
Yeah, it's a different tier of Uber. Where
Yeah.
You just ride on a little pallet.
yeah,
They put you up on a shelf.
Yeah.
It's like being in a convertible. It's very
I have a lot of questions.
nice.
This guy, Jonathan, the new police officer, sassing the sheriff the entire time.
Oh,
We need to
also
do
he
this.
wants to fuck the girl, whatever her name is.
Yeah.
Sonia.
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 You know what? I would too, man. I'm not gonna lie.
It's a week after Valentine's
No?
miracle.
So did Jim Belushi.
Jim Belushi. That's Jim
Week
Belushi's
after.
wife.
Oh yeah.
Oh, before all this running around shit, there is the Jim Belushi scene. The kid
Best
is
scene in the
not
movie.
talking,
Yeah.
and they're concerned,
Yeah.
and
Pickle,
he's the
pickles
principal.
don't speak.
And I
Yeah,
just
like
want,
your kid's a fucking pussy who gets bullied on. Like, have you ever tried telling the kids not to bully him? Like, bitch, what are you talking about? What?
No.
What?
Yeah. And he
What?
says no. No. He's like, maybe I should talk to this kid.
But he also made that kid, his bully, piss his pants with his mind. So he's okay.
Mind piss.
He's doing okay. He's got the mind
Real mind pisser.
Scanners.
I had two things to jot in here. First, that bully, that is Jim Belushi's son.
Yeah.
piss. Okay.
And the
Oh,
second
well,
is
now I get it.
Jim Belushi. This character is reprised from another movie called The Principal.
Really?
He did this movie, I think, 2 years before this one, and that movie stars Lou Gossett Jr. and Ray Don Chong.
Yeah, I've seen it.
Shit. Okay.
Yeah,
Whoa,
that's
whoa,
the
whoa.
same character.
I mean,
Competing against the substitute with Tom Berenger.
No. Yeah, that's true. Well, I would watch that movie for this podcast. But the principal, like, are we just assuming that because he's a
No,
principal.
it's the same name.
Same. Oh, wow.
So whatever they
well,
tried to
look at
do
that.
with that,
We're
they
crossing
brought that. They
streams.
crossed the streams with this movie.
Wow.
Damn.
Principal's name is Principal Rick Lattimore.
Rick Lattimore. They gave him a last name.
Yeah.
Okay.
How about that? Well, I think she mentions his name once, and that was it.
Cool,
Okay,
man.
Principal Latimer.
When I publish my script, I'm going to make sure there's some tie-ins to Star Night. People are going to love it.
There you go.
Jesus Christ.
Jesus Christ.
He's a star knight.
But I've never seen The Principal. Pretty good movie, Paul, or what would you say?
Principal's a fine movie. It was on, for whatever reason, when Jeremy and I were growing up, and I'm sure you could attest to this, that was another movie that was just like on TV every freaking weekend.
Yeah.
Like all of it. And
Wow.
Lean on Me was like another one.
Man.
They
Yeah, I
really,
had that.
they really got into the like principals and schools being turned around.
Okay.
Stand and Deliver.
There was a
Stand and
whole-
Deliver was shown to us in classes. and then we-
in math class.
And then we would go home and it was still on TV. We're like, damn.
in math class.
Yeah.
yeah, we watched Stand and Deliver.
They're like,
class.
they're like, listen, you're all my Lou Diamond Phillips in the rough,
That's amazing.
and I'm gonna turn you into polished mathletes. And they didn't.
No.
And they showed us this movie. And then our English teachers would show us, oh my God, I can't think of it. The real famous Mr. Keating, Depot Society.
Hey, there we go.
Yeah.
When I was in high school, my algebra teacher, Miss Riley, shout out, she was a golf enthusiast. And if you even just like tangentially brought it up,
Tin Cup.
Tin Cup. I saw the movie Tin Cup probably 4 times
So you wanna
instead of doing
Do you
algebra.
want to do this for the podcast?
I do not. I do not need to watch Tin Cup ever again.
My Spanish teacher, my Spanish teacher in high school showed us Born in East LA,
Sick.
Wow.
and that did not help my cause in Spanish 3 to any extent. It was great.
Damn.
It's great doing nothing
Yeah, love that.
until they asked you to do something.
Tin Cup was my planet Earth because I feel like that's what teachers now use.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, they really
I've
come
never
around.
watched Planet
Wow.
Earth though.
Yeah. Well,
On 4K.
The thick.
If not 4K,
Fork.
then don't watch.
yeah, 4K or nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No, what, 720? That's for chumps.
Yeah. It's
right.
8K now.
8K, yeah.
that's Abraxas shit.
Yeah, you're at 8K, friend.
I don't think there's any 8K content.
I don't think my eyes can distinguish.
Are you sure there's no discs that might have 8K at this?
I'm not, but like, there's nothing in my house or on streaming platforms that I can watch in
Yeah, it's
8K.
like tech demos, and that's pretty much it.
Yeah, great.
I want a 1 kilo TV.
You don't want to see like a flower in 8K just
don't-
blossoming.
I don't think
for
I
an
need
hour.
that.
Can you imagine watching Abraxas in 8K?
Oh, yeah.
That might have
Oh, man.
enhanced the movie. Who knows?
Yeah.
Still wouldn't be able to.
I
cover.
think
you would
we could have
succumb.
seen Jesse's facial expressions throughout this movie in a whole new light.
When he pops up out of the water.
Oh, he's popping.
Oh, he pops off, man.
Oh, and he's screaming. What is the sound?
Oh,
that
man.
he's making when he comes up out of the ocean? Because that is not a sound.
It sounds like they
people-
stabbed a
anything
hippo.
should make in the universe.
and recorded it.
You are correct, Jeremy. That is the sound of someone's soul coming to the realization that they just made this movie.
They fucked up. You know.
They done goofed.
Yeah, they've Braxide.
Yeah.
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 And then they're running through the woods again.
There's always
Yeah.
they're always running.
Lots of woods.
Nothing really happens from here on out. Secundus like goes to a diner and then he goes to a strip club and then he leaves the strip club.
Why does he go to the diner? He goes to the diner and eats people food and like 2
Why
waitresses.
does he go to the strip club?
Well,
Why does he
because-
go anywhere?
Come on. He's
Well, 'cause
he's only on Earth. For a
he
few
tries
days.
to steal his second Firebird
I mean-
for the movie and the guy was like,
Firebird Joe.
yeah, Firebird. Yeah.
He's like the snake wrangler
Yeah.
in Snakes on a Plane. I got
He is.
5 Firebirds.
Well, yeah. Well, because the first car from the movie was a Firebird also.
And an Excel spreadsheet with all of them.
There's no other way. We thought about it. And he's like, I need, where is your species breeding females? And the guy's like, are you talking about a titty bar? He's like, probably. And then he goes and then he leaves. Yeah. I don't know.
I mean, how many scenes in this movie
all of
were
them.
completely and totally inconsequential.
Well,
I think they just wanted to go to a strip club.
no,
and that's
like,
the only reason this
So
happened.
was he
well,
trying?
they made this like from R to PG-13 because of the strip club.
Is he trying to impregnate other people?
That's what I thought, but
That's
that's
what I thought.
no
I don't
one
think so.
ever says anything about it.
That's like another loose thing in there.
I don't
and then
think
when
he
first
understood how fast his son grew in
I
this,
think he knew.
this
Like
lady's
when
belly.
he first meets Sonia, he says the same thing. Like, "Are you a suitable, impregnatable like human?" She's like, what?" And then
But
she
why
bolts.
is he looking for other impregnatable females? Why is he at this strip club?
He's
Why,
insatiable.
why is he?
There's no guarantee Pickles is going to deliver.
That's
So
true.
you just like you gotta like touch the bellies of many women.
Yeah.
Maybe
It's the Midas touch of baby
That's my
making.
excuse.
Yeah.
but, I mean,
Boom, baby. Boom. It's Oprah Winfrey. You get a baby. You get a baby.
Oof.
And what sooner or later, anti-human complexities. What was the thing?
The anti-life
Circumstance,
equation.
Yeah.
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 He's gonna
Fucking
EQ
who
it.
get what the fuck? is
He's
this
gonna
movie?
EQ
You know what?
his way to the top. He's gonna EQ it like this, and then EQ it like that.
He's not gonna
Well-
EQ shit.
Well, he's trying. You can't blame him for trying, can you?
This is a great movie to get drunk on, man. Fucking fantastic.
I mean, I'm gonna level with everyone listening. I don't think this movie's real. I didn't watch a movie, and you can't prove that.
It's true.
yeah, it's like a Tales from the fucking Dark Side episode.
Well, I remember that, and that was usually more decent.
What did we do?
That was
I'm drinking Yeti Imperial Stout, and it's just fucking delicious.
Yeah, that
Oh,
sounds pretty good.
Is there a
That's
Yeti
it.
in your spaghetti?
Awesome.
Is it a velvet Yeti?
A Velvet Yeti? What is that?
You know what it is.
Yeah.
Is that like the condoms of the past? The Velvet Yeti?
Wow.
What?
No.
Oh god.
It's a kind of
does
it's a
that
kind
mean?
of Yeti.
What is that? No, let's go back. What is that?
No, like,
Elaborate.
I didn't want you to go back to
pre-sheepskin
that.
condoms.
Like
Yeah,
what the
Velvet
Egyptians
Yeti.
used?
Like what?
Yeah, the Velvet Yeti.
Is it like when Austin Powers is like only sailors wear condoms.
It's like pure Yeti skin.
Well, they
Is that what
should.
it's- yeah.
Dirty buggers. They go from port to port.
You say the Velvet Yeti or the Golden Yeti?
Velvet
Who
Yeti.
cares?
Google that.
No, Velvet
I like
Yeti is
that.
like a variant of the Great Divide Yeti, and it's delicious.
Is that an offshoot from dickpony.com?
Yeah,
But
correct.
yeah, no, I do have the Great Divide Yeti Imperial Stout. It is not the Velvet Yeti though. But now Mike has me intrigued.
Yeah. When you're out here, whenever that is, let's get you some Velvet Yeti.
I just don't know why you're not Googling
I've given
it.
you all the dates.
Yeah, I don't have it in front of me, and I didn't want to tell the listeners because I know people stalk.
No,
all
yeah.
of us, so.
Meet me at the airport. Give me a fucking like a mosh pit ride to whatever place I'm staying
Yeah,
at.
we'll warp you and cross streams.
Man,
You'll lose your luggage, but
man found dead under Brucifer. Multiple velvet yetis.
yeah. Brucifer.
Lucifer? What is
Blue,
Lucifer. Sorry.
Lucifer is our devil horse outside of the airport.
Lucifer.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, I
Lucifer,
forgot.
sorry.
he killed the guy who made it.
Ride him.
Yeah.
Ride him in the night.
Did he, or I thought the guy just died?
No, he was during construction. A piece of him fell off and severed the guy's
Man,
like, carotid
that's
artery.
even more epic.
Yeah,
What the hell?
he killed his master.
Wow.
That's why his eyes glow red.
And now he's giving velvet yetis to Jeremy.
Yeah, and when you leave the airport at the right time of day, you can see his penis.
that I thought you could see his penis at all points.
Yeah,
It's
there's
really
no right
prominent.
time, yeah. It's a very prominent blue penis.
Is this like Raiders of the Lost Ark where you have to like hold the staff of Ra at like a certain point?
There's
Yeah.
a certain angle.
You're holding
You
this
gotta
down.
There's a
hold
hole
it.
that you have to put it in, and
Yeah. Sure there is. There always
Gracious.
is. There always is.
There always is a hole.
Mike's motto is sooner or later you got to hole your way out of this place.
yeah, that's accurate. That's what my motto
Well,
is.
At some point, Jesse is laying in the bed and he asks Timmy to come in.
Oh, without a shirt.
No, he did.
Topless
Didn't
story
Tommy
time?
just
Yeah.
walk in?
It's always a nice time when a stranger is just wearing pants and wants to talk to your child.
Timmy, come on in here.
We hope he's wearing pants, but we can't confirm.
That's well.
Well,
Later
we see-
on,
we
he's
see
wearing
in the
pants.
boot. But he's wearing. He's a little
Poor
cold,
Timmy.
so he's got a little sheet on. A little teddy bear next to him.
Yeah,
Tells little Tommy a story.
He's like,
this story sucks.
he's like,
It,
he's like Tommy. Once upon a time, Daddy needed an around-the-way girl. Just like LL Cool J. Standing at a bus stop, sucking on a lollipop. And that's how you were born. And that's why you don't talk anymore, Tommy. But one day you will. You little piece of shit. Get out of here, you little rugrat. Mm-hmm. You know, your sister Angelica? Just screw yourself.
Yeah.
Dill Pickles was the baby's name. Get out of here.
It was Tommy Pickles.
Tommy Pickles, Dill. Little baby Dill.
He's now the baby Dill. Tommy, you've been downgraded.
Angelica.
Oh my God.
What was the
Jesus Christ.
What was
What have
the
we
friend's
done
name
this?
with like the red dreadlocks?
There's a person with red
Chucky?
dreadlocks in this
Chucky.
movie.
Oh,
Thank you,
yeah. Fuck.
I wanted to say Skeeter.
I don't think
That's
so.
That's Doug's
I don't
name.
remember
Yeah.
that.
Doug, Skeeter, Patty Mayonnaise.
Gross.
Yeah.
Skeet.
Don't make that motion when you say his name.
God, Mike, Jesus.
Take me down with you.
Jeremy's not even wearing a shirt.
Yeah, Jeremy's logging out now. I think.
Yeah, I'm done. I can't take anymore.
Jeremy's researching, I don't know, what was it, golden Yetis? Velvet Yetis?
He's looking there. He's looking
I'm
for
looking,
like
I'm looking up how to get out of a podcast
right, like
on Google.
Is there like a podcast classified? Like, how can I give notice and find a new?
Right, but then his wife like finds him the next morning. He's passed out in his like poop room, and all it says is like hot goo on the computer. He just kept typing it like in The Shining, hot goo, hot goo, hot goo. Dickpony.com.
Hot goo in the poop room. That's
It's like the Rim Ram room.
That's the worst room ever.
Yeah.
the rim ram room.
You know, find him shirtless, like Abraxas
Yeah.
in this
Yeah.
movie.
What?
In this scene where
There's no way to talk about this movie
Yes,
in
there
any kind of
is.
order.
No, you
There's-
can't.
It's
It doesn't
in a
matter.
There's
group
not.
of men called therapy. It's you admit the crimes you've created as a director and crew.
I mean, Tommy he's hiding, he's running.
Yeah.
Yeah,
he
he's
leaves a
running
note.
from this dollar store Schwarzenegger.
He leaves a
Oh,
note.
yeah.
Like
yeah,
I don't,
kid can't talk, but he can write perfectly.
Right, it's an epic essay.
Yeah.
it is long note.
And then they go
For some
tracking him
reason.
down.
Oh, also he can blow up stuff with his mind at
Yeah.
this point.
Yeah. He's the fire
Oh,
starter.
this
Yeah.
is the scene that we should talk about where the kick-ass song, quote unquote, comes in. That you
Yeah,
like.
this is my favorite song of 2025.
Weird ass guy.
Yeah, Pickles runs off into a warehouse.
Do we know what song this is?
Secundus corners him, and Tommy is scared, and all of a sudden this music kicks in.
Yeah.
And shit's just exploding. I'm assuming this is his quickening.
Well,
This
so
is
I would also
Tommy's
like to
quickening.
mention that before, like, Secundus,
Yeah.
he has gotten Tommy because Secundus took like a
Gotcha,
kid
Tommy.
hostage at an elementary school to get Tommy to come in.
Yeah, I mean, we skipped over
This
that,
doesn't
but that's
make
fine.
any sense and it's wild. But anyway, he finally gets Tommy. He takes him to like this warehouse and slowly unzips his
what?
fucking
His
vest.
jacket, yeah.
And as he's saying this, he's like, Tommy. He's like, Tommy. Hold on, I got this written down. He's like, hey, there's no more running, buddy. You know, there's no more running. It's just you and me. I'm going to unzip my vest. We're going to get to know each other. All right. And then that song starts playing. You're like, what the fuck am I about to witness here? And then Tommy blows up a washer and dryer and things happen.
Yeah, well,
that was that.
again, he is the fire starter. He has powers.
You just say he's the
Pickles
twisted
powers.
fire starter, right?
He is a twisted fire starter.
Yeah.
There we go.
You know, to honor Keith Flint and his twisted pickles. Hey.
I love Twisted Pickles.
Nice. That's our side hustle. You should try Rabbit Troop Sucks Twisted
Yeah.
Pickles.
I like to hold a pickle over my mouth, twist it so the juice drips down.
Wow.
Is that a t-shirt?
No, it's not.
He shouldn't have said that.
Is that a monthly
Edit that
calendar?
fucker out, huh?
We're gonna release a sensual calendar next year.
Oh, we could, yeah.
2026.
The pickle?
Jeremy's Pickles Picks. Twisted Pickles.
I can't wait. You know, we'll have to take some pictures.
No,
Nothing
I don't want evidence of
pickles.
this.
You want your name off of this project, like I wanted my name off of that T-shirt
Well,
idea.
before Tommy runs off, I do want to note that
Yeah, let us know.
Sonia the mom somehow develops some kind of rapport with Abraxas.
Yeah.
Like they're playing like flirtsy, cutesy games. And she's like, remember you almost killed me 5 years ago? You didn't. And he's like, yeah, well. And she's like, that's cute of you. And he's like, yeah.
Oh, he's walking around
Is
with
that
his
because
shirt off.
she's
all
like
hot
her
and bothered.
fetish is like a balding dumbass?
Yeah.
Apparently, because she's all like giddy around him all of a sudden.
Yeah.
And later on,
Yeah, she is.
She gives him a little peck on the cheek.
She wants his loins.
That was pleasant.
In 10,000 years, I've never experienced pleasantries quite as this.
Yeah.
What human maneuver is
10,000
that?
years.
My penis moved in a way.
It didn't.
It didn't know it.
I am half stocked.
He was experiencing ghost penis.
Oh.
I need the anti-life equation to become fully stock.
And he did.
Abraxas.
I am so glad the sexual
Logging
tension was just cut off right there.
Yeah.
Non-existent.
That's all it was. A kiss scene, and that was it.
Well, they kind of bring it back at the end. Well, they bring up some like
yeah.
romance. And
Well, yeah. So
So now Abraxas is like, I'll go find Tommy, and
Yeah.
I'll go fight Secundus in a warehouse.
Yeah, why not?
And then
He
the
does,
warehouse
they
and
fight.
The warehouse explodes, and Secundus is believed to be dead.
he puts the glow in his mouth. Yeah.
Big bada boom.
Was that
Puts the glow in his mouth.
was that
Secundus
show
is
Nub's
dead.
glow?
Yeah.
That's
And then he's like, hey, people out there in somewhere land,
Yeah,
don't want me back.
he
I
talks
just
to
want
the
to stay
answer
here.
box.
It's pretty cool. Yeah.
yeah.
Kevin McDonald is like, no.
Well, Secundus isn't dead.
Oh, that's true.
Oh,
we
fuck.
thought he
Yeah,
was
he
dead.
jumps back out. He's like, gotcha.
I thought he was dead in the explosion, but the explosion wasn't
But he
even
does
that
die,
big.
doesn't he?
He
Or
doesn't
does
die.
Like warp somewhere.
They even say
I
at the
hate
end,
this
they're like,
movie.
yeah, they warped him back. Another question, like warping this guy back every 5 seconds. Just keep doing it.
It's a warp orgy.
Who's let them back in, Mike?
Have you ever been to a warp orgy?
Just once.
Yeah.
It's sloppy,
Yeah.
like this movie.
Wow. Well, with that, that's now where the computer's like, so we're gonna warp you back. He's like, he.
I'd like to stay if that's okay with
Yeah,
you guys.
they're like, Tommy needs a finder, and they're like, we'll consider that. He's like, I would like to be the finder. We appreciate that. Well, actually, note that he's like, I quit. I'm not going. They're like, that's weird.
Okay.
And the computer's like, all right. And he's like, do you want to stay with me? And the computer's like, maybe. I'd like that. Maybe the computer does.
It comes back to those guys, and they're like, well, yeah, I guess he could stay. Sure, he gets our approval.
Did the computer have a choice?
Yes, apparently.
Okay.
I mean, he kept ordering the computer not to talk all throughout.
But what was the computer going to do?
Yeah, that's true. It's stuck to his
Were
wrist.
they going to warp the computer back?
Yeah, you had to ship it back. It's like a watch. It's like an
Yeah,
Apple
like
Watch.
you got a deposit on that.
Like
thing.
later in the later in the unseen director's cut, is he banging Tommy's mom?
Of
And the
course he
computer's
is.
like, give it to her.
Yeah.
Give it to her.
Like that-
Yeah.
That,
man.
you're doing a great job.
That's exactly what's happening.
Yeah.
Wow.
The answer box.
I didn't see that.
Put it in her answer box.
Wow. Well, yeah. Well, he quits, and then he tells the two goony police officers, he's like, "Looks like I'm gonna stay, and now I'm planetary." And the sheriff's like, "I like that guy." And then the
I'm
useless officer-
terrestrial now, officers.
Yeah, then
Yeah,
the
I'm
useless officer's
terrestrial
like,
now.
Leave.
Yeah, like, could you please stop talking to
It's
me
like, get the
forever?
fuck out of here, dude.
Well, no,
You caused
no.
a lot of damage to
The
our
pol-
small
well,
community.
the police officers leave in the middle of a crime scene that's going on. There's like a fire. There's like a crowd of people watching this. Like, let's get out of
gremlins
here.
running across the
Oh,
street.
building just exploded.
Yeah, help me, sheriff. Like, let's get out of here.
Like, you want some donuts and coffee? Like, you're fucking right, I do, bro.
Yeah, so they leave,
Yeah.
and then Abraxas drives the family off, and apparently he's just going to live with them. Like, he's Uncle Abraxas now.
Yeah.
Well, and you made the God bless us everyone joke.
That's true. And they did
You know,
it.
and then they fucking did it. I don't remember what the kid said.
The woman's like, I'm glad you're staying. And Tommy goes, Me too. And the credits goddamn roll.
And we noted it was a Christmas movie.
Yeah, it was a Christmas
Jesus
movie.
Christ.
So before we break down Abraxas, Guardian of the Universe, 1990.
We're not breaking it down. It's been
Oh, we're
broken.
It was broken off somewhere.
Feel free, as always, to reach out to us at rabbittroopsuckspodcast@gmail.com. If there are movies that you would like us to review, if you've been part of these movies, if you have insight, if you are frightened as we are of movies like Abraxas, we'll listen to you. We'll air air your grievances. Let us know. Again, Rabbit Troop Sucks, our Rabbit Troop Sucks podcast at gmail.com. As always, we are on Facebook, we are on Instagram, or go to our website proper, rabbittroopsucks.com. We have links there. We have merchandise links. There's pictures. There's all sorts of fun things. And, you can reach us at any podcast app or platform. So YouTube, I go to the one right on my iPhone, just the podcast app. Yeah. I know Amazon, Spotify, and it goes on and on. If there is a podcast platform out there, we are on it. So, Abraxas, Jeremy, you chose this movie. It was awesome. What did you think of it?
I did not choose this movie.
That's not what I heard.
That's true. Are you wanting to go with me first?
Yeah, you said you wanted to take an adventure with Venture.
So if you have the opportunity to do multiple lines of cocaine off another human being's appendage, pop this movie in afterwards. You'll have fun with it. It's going to be a good time.
The Abraxas way.
If that situation is not present to you, don't ever fucking watch this movie. Oh. Yeah, Jesse. Yeah, Jesse. He's not doing it for me. The other guy, Secundus, I don't know what his deal was. Both of those guys, I think, had some kind of inappropriate mindset towards this little guy named Tommy. Mm-hmm. They acted weird around him. That's the weird boy stuff. Nobody should watch this. People should watch this with a group if you're like induced into some type of cocaine-driven fever dream. Maybe you've like drank like half a keg of beer and you're a college student. You're like, we love RTS. What are they recommending? Yeah, watch it, dude.
What if we prop open your eyes and this is all someone could see for like 2 weeks straight? And maybe we could insert a little mind control.
Yeah. Nice. For all those immigrants that are going to Guantanamo Bay, pop in Abraxas.
Yeah, you would break keep that on. Being. Yeah.
All the secrets are coming.
We will clockwork orange people with Abraxas. I love it.
That's right. So that's my take on Abraxas. I'll never watch this movie again.
We're not even with the family?
No.
Wake up,
no,
kids.
It could have been a family
what
movie.
What about a punishment?
I feel like my kids would have been like, what are you guys doing, dude?
I can't believe you did that. You're watching Abraxas.
Yeah.
Lamar, since you
I get a divorce.
Since Lamar picked this movie, what did you think?
Everybody picked this movie. And I kind of swayed toward this movie because it had Jesse Ventura in it, and I've seen it before. And the reason why I watched it before is because, as noted, I'm a big wrestling fan on the show.
You're a wrestling guy.
And we've reviewed some wrestling guy movies before on this show. A lot of them. We reviewed Roddy Piper and Hogan movies.
No Holds Barred, man. No Holds Barred. Watch that fucker.
Oh, yeah. Welcome to Frogtown. Jesse Ventura's wrestling career his in-ring career was over by the time this movie was filmed. And he was just an announcer. And he was actually one of the best announcers in wrestling history for me. Him and Gorilla Monsoon. I grew up on them.
Gorilla Monsoon.
That's his name.
Shit, that's strong.
It is. He looked like a gorilla too, covered from head to toe in fur.
Kind of like Jesse. Jesse the body. Look, Jesse had the head.
They were a great combo. I just loved them back in the day. And this was probably Jesse Ventura's, like, he wanted to be a movie star just kind of like Hogan. And he had an opportunity with this movie. I think it was mentioned earlier that Schwarzenegger was offered this role. He said no. And I'm guessing Ventura picked it up. They're friends. They were in Predator together. I guess that's probably how he found this role. It's like, I don't want to do this role. And Jesse's like, yeah, I'll take that. He's not a great actor.
Jesse Ventura was the governor of a state.
Think about that.
For 8 years.
Like, not a good state.
This man, I mean, Minnesota's fine. They have a lot of lakes, dude, fish, boats. Everybody has.
That was.
You know, people are riding snowmobiles to school in the
Minneapolis
winter. It's fine,
city.
But I'm very interested in understanding how Jesse the Body Ventura could have made this movie. Watched this movie after it was made and then went on to become governor of the fucking state of Minnesota.
Showed
for
the
8
people
years.
this movie and said, "I'm willing. You're all my Tommy. You're all my Tommy Pickles, and I'll come and protect all
Jeremy,
of
you
you."
say that, and I've never seen a Ronald Reagan movie, but I'm guessing it's probably the same deal there.
That's true. And Arnold Schwarzenegger was the governor of California.
There you go.
for 8
Ronald
years,
Reagan took
but
off his
he's
shirt
got a lot better films.
and said,
under
"Lamar,
his belt.
come sit in bed with me. I'm going to read you a story."
Smoke some Chesterfields with me, guys.
Anyway, the quick,
Oh, I love this one, Chesterfield.
just to wrap this up, I'm just going to say this was a really bad movie. Don't watch it. And I just want to read some of my notes verbatim here since I'm running long here. Jesse gives weird dialogue through the movie. Terrible dialogue between characters.
Dialogue.
It's weird. Saxophone and lots of it.
So much.
Lackluster fight scenes. Very lackluster. This movie is bland. What the fuck small town does this take place in? Terminator plot.
Why do they keep going back to the small town?
I don't know.
You know?
I don't know. And I mentioned the Jim Belushi principal character. That was really weird that it was brought over to this. I don't know if they cast it his wife or girlfriend at the time before, and she's like, hey, bring my husband in just as a cameo, just to put his name out there and get this made-for-TV movie a little more popular.
I think it was probably like a set of like several things in motion, like the Principal movie, this, and they probably wanted to do like a Principal animated series. Everyone wanted to see the Principal Saturday morning cartoon.
And maybe a spin-off of the two cop characters. I don't know.
Abraxas!
The movie's bad, terrible. Don't watch it. Don't watch it with friends. I'm sorry.
It is so bad.
Toss this over to Mike.
Mike, what are you thinking?
Yeah, this is the worst movie we've ever done. That being said, if I was in a room with 3 VHS tapes, this Dead Man's Curve and The Crow, and I had to watch 2
there you
movies,
go.
I would watch this movie twice.
Yeah.
Like, it is not unenjoyable to watch. It is bad. Like, from a movie making standpoint, this is the worst movie we've ever seen. But like, I had a good time watching it. It's so dumb.
It is fun.
It's fun, man.
Because it's so bad.
Yeah.
It's so bad.
Like, this movie shows signs that it understood what it was. Like the "my box has a VD" line. Like, that was, they knew.
I don't know about that. I think that was coincidence.
I think they knew. I don't even
They're
think
not
they
that
were
smart.
Yeah,
They're
I don't know, man. Like, this movie is fucking bananas. Yeah, watch it with friends. I don't know. Like, the acting is terrible. The plot is nonsensical. You can't understand what most of the people are saying most of the time.
That's true.
But man, like, it was kind of fun. I don't know.
It's fun in the way that we enjoy movies.
Yeah, like this is
so
right up my
stupid.
alley, guys. Like,
Yeah, find one of those like unedited, like the cuts that, because it's public domain, like there's probably some version out there where there's like Polish guys like dubbing over the voices,
Sure.
and I think it would be so much better.
Wow.
yeah.
I totally agree with Mike that this movie with friends is kind of fun to dissect. It's fun to make fun of. I mean, I would definitely choose some other films that Mike said over this one, but this movie's not good, nor will I probably ever watch it again. But I'm glad I saw it. Like, I'm glad I saw it with you guys and we got to like make fun of it. But good God, it's a huge piece of shit.
Oh yeah. I don't need to watch this movie ever again.
But we could all agree that we could listen to the soundtrack together.
Oh,
Yeah.
I looked up the soundtrack, and because it's a quote unquote Christmas movie, most of the soundtrack listing is just Christmas songs.
Wow.
Paul will have this soundtrack on vinyl
Yeah,
before the end of the month.
I'm going to find it.
Okay.
Chestnuts will be roasting on this open fire.
Wow.
Well, I mean, I don't know what else to say. This movie's amazing. The
Yeah.
acting's amazing. The story's amazing. Tommy Pickles doesn't say a word,
Oscar
but
nomination.
he acts with his eyes. And Sonia, the mom, who's in it and then not in it and then flirty and not flirty, just sells me. Jonathan, the new upcoming police officer with something to show, who doesn't show jack shit in the film, he wins me over. They all win me over. Secundus, damn you.
Oh, Secundus.
Do you succumb to Secundus?
I did. I did.
You did it.
I am Secundus.
I got with those little little party poppers at Target, and I met him, and we popped those Target poppers, and
You doing poppers?
we high fived.
Ami, I am your daddy.
Popping off with Secundus?
Yeah, this movie's insane, but like oddly, worth it to watch somewhere in your life, just to see the lunacy that unfolds that we talked about.
So we've had a bit of a doubleheader of terrible movies. This movie versus Star Knight. Where do we?
I totally take Star Knight.
I would take Star Knight.
I know Jeremy's taking this.
It's close.
I'm taking it. I would rather watch this again
with you,
over
Jeremy.
Star Knight. Star Knight was so bad, so fucking bad.
I'm with you, Jeremy.
So bad.
Star Knight was pretty bad. I mean, my biggest issue with Star Knight was that it looked like someone recorded it like off of a TV with a camcorder.
Yeah.
Like
the film stock is
that's
so
true.
The
so,
film
like,
quality was borderline unwatchable, but it was. I think it was a better movie.
Well, we're gonna
It was so bad that like in Star Knight they have like this written like synopsis at the beginning that if I couldn't read that. I don't know what the fuck I'm
Who
getting
cares?
into.
In this movie, we have Jesse Ventura overdubbing narratives sometimes.
that he's ad-libbing clearly.
I could find sometimes, but sometimes I couldn't. Grog angry. Oh my
Sometimes they put things in your butt and it hurts, but then my hair fell out and I'm a robot.
He's the body. Well, we're going to do a huge turnaround next week where we look at a 2007 film. We're going to be coming back at you with 30 Days of Night. Shout out to Colin's mom, Josh Hartnett fan 101, who told us she loves Josh Hartnett and Lucky Number 11. So hopefully she tunes in for that. We'll get Colin back in here for this. And it's really going to be the last time we have a little winter going on in real life because... well, in theory, because this will end up the winter podcast, and then we're gonna start some spring right after. So
I don't know. That fucking rodent saw his shit or whatever, and now we have more winter. I don't know how it works.
Just that he saw some shit.
Okay, yeah.
He's like,
Toxie Phil. What's his name?
Puxatawny Phil?
Yeah.
Puxatawny.
Yeah.
Puxatawny Phil. That son of a bitch.
Phil.
I wonder what fucking groundhog tastes like.
Oh God.
Well, keep
Tastes like
thinking.
groundhog.
Yeah, tastes like Secundus.
Okay.
Well, with that, hopefully you enjoyed our rendition of Abraxas, Guardian of the Universe. We know someone out there saw this movie, beyond the director, maybe.
God help us.
But as always, Rabbit Troop sucks.
Johnny Roger.